And now serious, wow. I want to say something. Yeah. Destiny, I see you. This guy, what do they call Akpabio? Akpabio been yarn one thing. He say, I shouldn't be judged. That's why I say I'm for Linda Ikeju, I may be wrong. He said, I shouldn't be judged by my performance as minister for Niger Delta. Me, I can't ask questions. Say, so what do we judge you by? Your ability to sing? Abi your bedroom performance? What do we judge you by as a minister or a former minister? If you say me, we not judge you as for your performance as minister. Okay, so now your bedroom performance, we go can't take judge you. Abi will carry you go do karaoke. Make we see how you take sing. Then if you sing well, say, oh yes, his performance is good. His karaoke is very good. He knows how to do karaoke. Karaoke. Because I'm not understanding again how we arrived at the juncture that we are in as Nigerians. Onyeka, thank you for your gifts. If you're watching on TikTok, remember to send me gifts, money guns. I'm looking for 50. I've got 2 right now. Big shout out to you. Who's my number 1 gifter? Is it still Tamara Owens? Tamara, say something. Let me see if it's still you. What do I do with this treasure box? I don't really understand. Someone says, open the treasure box. You accept the treasure box. What do I open treasure box? Please, what do we do with treasure box? So I don't know. Someone said, why was he then a minister? I bow. Person do minister work. He said, no, no judging work. I no carry and go field, no give him ball. Make we see how he want take. No give him 10 penalties. Make we see how many he go score. Because I really don't understand at this rate. I don't understand. Okay, you can earn gifts from it. How do I earn gifts from a money box? Hey, Jay Beloved, just send me a money gun. Thank you, Jay Beloved. Thank you so much. So sweet of you, so nice of you. I appreciate you. Send me more gifts on TikTok if you're watching. Sunday, just send me his very first gift and he can't send me flower. How man go send another man flower? Anyway, let's go to today's topic. And this particular topic, I'm going to open up my lines so you guys can actually join me and share your thoughts and perspectives. So, double tap on TikTok. If you're watching on TikTok, double tap on TikTok. Share the video. Double tap to 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 share the video. Oh, wow. Somebody sent me another money gun while I was looking away. Oh, King Dawn. King Dawn, thank you for the money gun. And Dare Mosugu, thank you for the money gun. I've gotten 4 money guns right about now. So, okay, let's go into today's topic. Pastor Chris Oyakhilome allegedly wrote this. You can see it on Isaac Fireshare's page. He said, I cannot confirm its authenticity, but I'll still talk about it nonetheless. He said, it's not just interesting, it's deeply spiritual that the things of God are foolishness to those who are perishing. Really? Okay. Saying the things are, maybe we are the ones perishing now, be not because they perish. Okay, so we will not understand the things of God because we are foolish, Abi. Yeah, no problem. You don't say we're foolish, no problem. This is not an emotional and political message. There are people who are blessed to read the signs of the times and to decipher it. But many have eyes and they can't see. Their minds are too full of bile to be objective. God doesn't look for perfect men. That was why he was the friend of sinners. Paul was the Boko Haram leader of his time. I wouldn't say Boko Haram leader. I'll say that's I'll say that's stretching it a little. But hey, anyway, let's continue. God looks for available men and he looks beyond what the man is and he sees what he can become. He took Moses from the house of Pharaoh. The situation in Nigeria is so bad, Chief Awolowo used to tell us 40 years ago. It will take an insider to change it. Some of us supported VP Oshimbajo during the contest within APC, and I wrote severally against BAT and said it was the time for a new man. They threw all manners of obstacles his way. I have not come across a man more vilified, but he overcame every formidable obstacle. For 8 years since he helped Buhari win, the man suffered all manner of degradation. Only an angel could have maneuvered what the man went through. So is Oyakhilome saying Tinubu is an angel now? Abe mini me, you know me, I know to get brain. My brain they pain me. Who you answer this thing, eh? Please be like say I know kuku to understand what thing that they talk. All the powers that worked against him, yet the man survived against all expectations. This is the man from the house of Pharaoh. He knows the system and has benefited from it. He knows where the mines are laid. I hope to God he knows what it is to live for history. He has had enough of everything. This man is no fool. He is cleverer than many of his opponents combined. He is cleverer than many of his opponents combined. Ọ̀rọ̀ ni o. Ṣé pásítọ̀ wa sọ wípé ń sìn pé Asiwaju gbọ́n ju Peter Obi àtàtìkù combined lọ ni? Torí èbó yìí ò yé mi. Pásítọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ bá lè túmọ̀ eléyìí sí Yorùbá yóò dùn èmi nínú o, yóò dùn mọ́ mi o. Pásítọ̀ túmọ̀ this into Yoruba. So maybe I go fit understand. Because this particular matter, he get the way they do me, say I don't understand them. He says, this man is a man from the house of Pharaoh. He knows the system and has benefited from it. He knows where the mines are laid. I hope to God he knows what it is to live for history. He has had enough of everything. This man is no fool. This man is no fool. He is cleverer than many of his opponents combined. All that remains for him to do is carve his name in the books of history by living for the ordinary man. He has sought it so diligently. He can't do it alone, but can lead the way. Let's rally round him. Like I said, I don't know how authentic this is. If it is truly from Pastor Chris Oyakhilome. But if it is, I understand a lot of what he's saying, but I find it difficult to understand how this is biblically linked. We can make, I think we can start as even Christians making successful points without necessarily Christianifying the points. It's a bit worrying for me, but hey, una know as they take do una. Oh man. So I want to open up my lines and I want to hear what you guys have to say. Okay? So what, not certain of its authenticity, but will Fayoshe post something that is not authentic? Isaac Fayoshe, will he post what is not authentic? You know? Now, don't send me a request if you use, let me tell you, if you come to my live and use bad words, I will block you so you can never even come to my live again. Guys, learn how to talk. Using the F word is not polite. Whether it just shows that you don't have a command of the language you're speaking. So I'm sending requests to everyone. I want to see you. Who said it's not authentic? Who's saying it's not authentic? I'm waiting for you guys. No sound. All right, I'm bringing for light on now. Oh, wow, somebody sent me $10. Wakanda Health and Fitness, Daddy Freeze. Please continue the good work. Religion has destroyed Nigeria to the point of no return. The same Oyakhilome promised to sponsor my mobile apps, but I haven't heard from him till today. Okay, audio is back. Yes, I think I was trying to bring somebody in. Big shout out to you, Wakanda Health and Fitness. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's okay now. All right, guys. So, what's going on? Okay, the treasure box is for everyone who's watching. Oh, okay, for coins. For Lighton, how are you doing, and what are your thoughts on this particular topic? If you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook, please remember to send me stars. If you're watching on Instagram, go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Scroll down to the bottom left-hand corner and see how you can buy me stars. Okay, so send me more treasure boxes. Let me see. I lost that one, so I didn't start it. So somebody else should send me a treasure box, and let's see how y'all can send me some coins. So what is your take for light on Chris Oyakhilome and Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
There's okay. One thing for sure is that these guys are humans. Like these pastors, I don't know why everybody see them as gods in the first place. You know, they say one thing today and they say something else tomorrow. So I don't. My thoughts are now where belly face now in the if it's sweet for them, now there they go. They are just like ants, you know. So that's just it. I don't know why everybody see them as gods, those pastors as mini gods in the first place.
But what if what he was saying was actually making sense? I don't know how to say it. Maybe I'm the one that's wrong. Don't you think that it's right for everybody to...
It does make sense in a way that whether we like it or not, Tinubu is going to be our president. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Whether we like it or not, Tinubu is going to be our president, so we should just work with him. You know? So, but if he's going to say it, he should say it. He should have said it this way, not call him. Say it comes from the house of Pharaoh. Blah blah blah.
That's the part I have a problem with.
That it comes from the house of Pharaoh.
All right. Good evening. We have somebody here right now. Introduce yourself and let's hear what you have to say.
Good evening, Daddy Freeze.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
What I have to say is that if we like it or not, Tinubu will be our president. And what the pastor says was right, because a lot has been going on, and we need to clear the air. You understand? That's what my take. And sometimes some pastors are right what they say, because we Africans, we have a lot of issue with religion. That is the problem. So I think what he said was right. What he said was right. That is my own take.
No, for me, I'm not saying what he's saying is right or wrong. Yeah, but for him to say Tinubu comes from the house of Pharaoh, that's where I have a problem.
Ebojele, you don't join us, but yet your network, your what's in the column, no clear. Oh yeah, I did hear you. Victor, please come out so that I go bring another person. God bless you, Victor. Ebojele, I did hear you. Oh yeah, what's your take?
I think he's going through the tunnel. He's going through the tunnel.
Is that Ebojele? There are no
Oh,
tunnels
that's
in
it. I
Nigeria.
thought I muted so that he can talk. When he's done, I'll pack and then talk.
Okay, he's done. Bros, please help me leave so I can bring Femi Aderogba. Thank you very much.
All right. What I want to quickly say, first of all, I do not know the veracity, how correct that write-up is, because for me, I feel like if Pastor Prince wants to say something, he's not going to give a press statement. He will say it while he's talking to people. That's what I think, because there are people who have written things that people said before on social media, which they never said. We have even seen cases whereby there are audios that they release that the person who was purportedly to have said so said he didn't say so. So first of all, personally, I doubt, I'm not saying it's not true, but I doubt if Pastor Chris will say what was read. That's the first thing. Then secondly, for me as a person, based on principles, if I do not believe that somebody can deliver the best to me, and he runs for an election and wins, I will still not until he proves me wrong by his works. So personally, as I'm here, until Tinubu proves me wrong, I still stand in my belief that he's not going to do even as good as Buhari, not to talk of doing better. Then personally, if somebody, let's say for example, Pastor Chris really said that, I'll be personally disappointed in his biblical analogy or bringing in angel into the discussion. I'll be very, very disappointed. Yep. Because yes, everybody can have their opinion, but sometimes do not compare two things that are not equal, two beings that are not equal. That is guilty of the fallacy of equivocation. Equating two beings that are not equal. Human beings are human beings. Yeah. Sometimes when we try to compare Mordecai of Old Testament, we compare David with people living in Nigeria, somebody living in Lagos, somebody living in Kwara. It's, for me, it's undue comparison. It is undue comparison. There is the attitude of, oh, I didn't support this man when he was going there. He's now in office. Let's rally around to support him. That is their opinion when they say so. It's okay to them and the people who believe. But the generality of Nigerians, personally what I'm saying is, let us have a government in Nigeria that works for Nigerians. Personally, I don't care who that person is, so long as the person works for Nigeria the way he should. My own personal issues with the people that have been coming, not just only the present government. My personal issue with the people that have been coming is that when you look at the process through which they come in, when somebody spends a lot of money making sure that he gets there, it's simply because of the fact that there is something he is looking for that is there that we don't see. Most people who really prove that they want to go and do something, they don't spend money to convince anybody. They spend money on the things that money should be spent on. Nobody can run campaign without money. However, the excess money we spend in Nigerian campaign is for bribery, not for the campaign itself.
I agree with you, bro. But can't you see that there is a big problem in Nigeria?
There's massive problem in Nigeria.
The problem, yeah. The problem, yeah. Yeah. The problem in Nigeria are Nigerians.
100%.
You know what somebody told me? Do you know what somebody told me? I was early.
If, for instance, sorry to cut you, yeah.
Okay.
If, for instance, the people are good and we have a good government, a bad government, no matter how the bad government will be washed off by the good people. You understand? Gradually. Nigeria is a country that, even to the least person in Nigeria is a very dishonest person. How much more you give that person that position of power? You understand? So it is not the government that is the problem. It is us. It is we Nigerians that are the problem of Nigeria. Let me tell you something. In my area, in my area, the council, not do that on them, So we go to the MP. You know how it is here now. They will go to the MP. They will go and make noise and do other things. But you know what happens? People just boycott the MP and the councils. What they do is that they come together and they do the things that they need to do for the borough. You understand? So if we as a people are together and we help each other and we start with the least honesty, though, I tell you that we shall go far. Nigerians are strong people.
But do you know that
we've got this spirit, but that disorder and that I don't know how to describe us, but we are our own problem.
The thing is that let me just quickly say this. On what you have just said last, my belief is the opposite. The reason why it's the opposite is the people of Nigeria are not the problem of Nigeria. It is the government. The reason I say so.
Anyway, hold on. Let's come back to the topic. Let's come back to the topic because we're rounding off. Hold on. Let's come back to the topic.
Save yourself from the ticket that you will pay. So it simply means that leave an average person in America, they will disorganize the place. But because the government is effective, they make sure they punish people who want to disorganize the place. Therefore, the people will behave. But in Nigeria, we have police driving on one way, soldiers driving on one way. These are authorities. We have the government promising something and they don't do it, and they come back to tell us that we do not understand when there is tape to show. For example, APC told us that they will give student loan 8 years ago. They said 4 years will be 4 years, 8 years ago. But you know, they didn't do it. So if the government can lie, if the government can break laws, it will trickle down to the people. Every country that is working, it is the government that enforces the law. It's not the people that actually obey the law and not force the government to enforce. No.
Bro.
It is hold on a second. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. I want to just say something. Chris Oyakhilome ended his alleged letter with these words. I want you to tell me what your thoughts are on these words. Let's rally round him. He was speaking of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our president-elect. What are your thoughts on that, Peter? What are your thoughts on that, Peter?
No, let's let me go first, then I will. I'm already close to my house.
No, it was you I asked first. Because I'm going to ask Femi too. Now you are the ask first. Femi just came.
Okay. My thoughts on that is very simple. When we have a president, whether we like it or not, he's going to be our president if he's president. So whether we rally around, see, we don't even need to rally around anybody. I don't rally around my governor. He's still the governor. There are people I disagree with who are in authority. They are still there. I don't think we need to rally around them. It's them. Those people who need to rally around. They are the ones who need to rally around. Citizens, whether they rally around, they don't rally around, a leader is a leader. Whether what he's doing is good or bad, he is the leader. So I don't think, for me, that statement, I would not say is unnecessary. If he makes it like that, it's okay. But I don't think it is necessary for us to rally around any leader, because it is not what we say that stands. It's what the leader says that stands. If he wakes up in the morning to tell us we are removing subsidy, it stands removed. Whether we rally around, we don't rally around, they have removed it. So I just believe that we don't need to rally around Mr. President for him to be president. Once he's president, that's final. That's what I think.
All right. Do you accept that he's president? Peter Ebojele, do you accept that he's president?
It's dice. INEC says he is the president-elect, and he'll be sworn in on the 29th. And there's nothing we can do about it. Absolutely. But I still believe that he doesn't want it. That's what I believe. Personally, that's me.
All right,
But
Femi
based on
Adirogba.
records, based on what's on ground, he is the president-elect, and on the 29th of May, he will be sworn in.
Okay.
But there's nothing I can do about it.
All right, Femi Adirogba, what are your thoughts as we end the live?
All right. Good evening, Daddy Fraser. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, actually, the first thing is I am not sure if that message is actually from Pastor Chris, because I tried to search the internet, I couldn't find anything like that. But let's just assume he's the one that actually make that comment. I think the first thing, the first issue we have in this country is that we mix religion with politics. And our religious leader, they seem to always want to be relevant in every electoral season and post-electoral season, which I am so sure that most pastors are doing these days, and that is completely wrong. Now, to the statement that is being documented in this particular speech, I think if the man actually is one that actually make that statement, I would say, well, he has right to his opinion, and he knows why he actually write that particular stuff. But notwithstanding, the Nigeria today, if our pastor actually want peace in the country, they needs to be neutral. You know, for him to be comparing BAT with AA, Elijah Atiku, and obedience, and trying to make one to actually be superior than the other, I think that is improper. It's actually improper, because everyone actually has right to his opinion, and we see it from different angles. So it shouldn't have been specific in that particular line. At least there is a way you can be diplomatic while you are making right up, or while you're communicating with people. And the best way the man would have even advised people is to have concluded that, just like he concluded, that we should rally around him, to support him, or to acknowledge his good work. That would have been the best message ever. But comparing him with other candidates and making Asiwaju look like God choosing and others looking like devil, that is completely wrong. If that speech is actually from Pastor Chris, it is just a wrong press release. It's not something that should be reckoned with, or something that should be respected. Based on my own perspective, actually, that would be my little contribution to that.
I agree with what you just said. That it could have just come out to say, guys, support this guy, and let's work with him so that it's it's going to, so that it will be easy for us all. And that it ends there. But for him to be comparing me with Pharaoh, it's inconsequential. It is inconsequential. And the fact that we Africans, we see these pastors as gods, that is where we have a problem, a big, big problem. a big, mighty problem.
In fact, he appears like someone who is even supporting Asiwaju, because that speech actually appears something like is actually supporting Asiwaju and is defending everything about that man. And that is not right. Actually, if it has been a political pundit or a political analyst that made that speech, well, that wouldn't have been bad. But coming from the pulpit or from a pastor, no. It doesn't make sense for our modern society. That is completely wrong.
Why would you say it's completely wrong, though?
Yes, I mentioned once and I said anytime our religious leader they want to communicate about politics, the best thing they can do is just to maintain neutrality and to avoid putting one person above the other. Just like what some of the obedient pastors did before the election, making us to know that Obi is God's choosing. I think this is even actually motivated from the obedient realm, because we know how those pastors were actually supporting Obi those times, releasing different kind of prophecies, making it look like Obi is God choosing, Obi is the sheep among the candidate. Obi is the man that can listen to God and God can just hear our prayer from. I think our pastors need to stop this kind of act. It actually started from the obedient, and if they are now passing the baton now to those that are actually behind Asiwaju, they should be neutral as much as they can. This is national matter, and every citizen, we have different angles, different perspectives to things. So our pastors should just maintain their church responsibility. They should focus on the salvation of their their church member, and not just comment on political matters anyhow. Neutrality, diplomacy should be their keyword, and it should be their focus and their target.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everyone. I truly appreciate you all. Thank you, Olaito. I'm going to be back in the evening, 11 o'clock, and we're going to be having our usual conversation. Thank you guys so much. If you're watching on YouTube people, oh yeah, where are my super chats? I want to engage the people who are sending super chats on YouTube, and of course my top gifters on TikTok. If you're watching on TikTok, a very big special shout out to you.
Peter, where have you been going since morning? We're on road around 2 p.m. 9 a.m. We're still on road at this time. Hey.
Peter, where you they go?
I they drive go America.
Oh yeah, they drive go. Gary Mosugu is my number one gifter.
Yes,
hold on. From TikTok. Sorry. I want to talk about this.
The
From
man who
TikTok.
drove a Toyota Corolla to America.
Yes, so we will definitely talk about it.
At the Atlantic Ocean, so.
All right, Peter, be driving carefully. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye. Dare Mosogu said something before you go. Address this. To me, coming out to support Tinubu is his choice. He shouldn't have compared him to those in the Bible. What are your thoughts? Dare Mosogu is my number one gifter on TikTok.
Okay.
What are your thoughts? Femi, what are your thoughts?
Okay, ask me the question.
Yes.
Please.
Let me ask you again. To me, coming out to support Tinubu is his choice. He shouldn't have compared Tinubu to those in the Bible.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
Yeah, it shouldn't have. That is just my position as well.
These guys, these guys are
He's just trying to add the pastoral perspective to his analysis, but it doesn't add up. It's contradicting.
Yeah.
Just try to maintain your stance and be careful, because sometimes there are even some words that you will think you're actually using to describe someone or just to elevate someone's personality. But at the end of the day, it can actually be demeaning to that personality. Because coming from Torah house, it means a lot. In fact, it's a lot of weight. So I think if Pastor Chris must even talk about anything regarding the Tinubu, he should have just maintained the simple logic of political communication. That is not political communication. It's more of religious communication than political press release.
This thing is not just Pastor Chris. It's all the pastors. This is how
Yeah.
Anywhere. This is how they all talk.
Okay.
Say that. Say what you wanted to say so we can end.
You wanted to say something?
Femi.
You wanted to say
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, my darling Folaiton. Thank you. Thank you, Femi. Thank you, all of you.
All right.
Do take care of yourselves, and may God bless you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. I'm exhausted.